shop. I've been absent for the last month. Reason being is because I was having the shop built, and that kept me busy for the last month, trying to get this project finished in the shop. But I'll do a video on this shop in the upcoming future. But I really appreciate you stopping by, family and friends. It's always good to see you. And got something I really want to show you. It's a pretty good tip. It has to do with Harbor Freight tools, and it has to do with not buying socket rails and reusing the product that come with the tools. So let's get into that, and I'll explain that to you. Friends, you know, when you go by Harbor Freight and you buy a socket set or something like that, and you want to get your sockets off, you know, when you first get them, Harbor Freight in Pittsburgh, they make these rails that come with your sockets. And the reason why these rails are made this way, I mean, you got to use a pair of pliers to get them off, to keep the theft down, because, you know, there are people who will borrow your items from the store without paying for them. And as you may know, my people, that costs has got to be passed on to someone. So in order to keep the cost down low, they've developed these rails, and it's like pulling teeth to get a socket off. But however, I've devised a way to get them off and reuse these rails over and over again where there's not an issue. Now I'm not pushing it down all the way, but I can push it down. There we go, all the way. Take it off, and as you can see, the socket comes off without an issue for this Pittsburgh rail. And the reason how I figured this out, it's got a little indentation. I'll get a little closer. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but it's got an indentation. It's got a raised lip right around here, which keeps the socket from being easily stolen. This area of the socket goes on like this, and that little lip will lock on those corners, which makes it extremely hard to pull that off the sockets. So this is what I did. If you got a Dremel tool, or if you got something like that, I use my trusty old electric impact, 20 volt electric impact. And what I did was, I took that drill and I went around with my glasses on, friends and family, because I can't see well without it. But if you sand that down, that little lip down, and I'm not going to do them all here for you, and it doesn't take very long to do that. You can kind of let you see what I'm using. And what it does is it makes it a little easier so you can get the socket on and on, because it's taking that lock down, it's taking that plastic down. So this is what you get. Slap the socket on. It's still a little tight because it took a little bit for it to come off. I'll push this rattle down so you can see that it can be done. And you can get it off a little easier. You don't want to take too much off. My visitors, people who stop by, is because you want to be able to keep that. You want to be able to keep that as a usable socket rail. That way, that'll save you some money, because you don't have to go invest in socket rails, which were at one time not expensive at all. But you know, with the cost of this COVID and other things that went on in society over the last year, things have gotten extremely costly. This is a set that I picked up over at Harbor Freight for 11 bucks. It's the black matted. They call it chrome Vadelian steel, which is black phosphate finish on it. And it's a 6-point set. Set is used as impact. This is a metric one. I have also the American standard SAE as well. But you know, for relatively reasonable cost, if you're a hobbyist such as myself, I don't need to snap on stuff. So, and this is not an advertisement for Vicksburg. We'll do an advertisement that later on as far as that. But you can see I got that socket on there. Yeah, for me that's fine getting it off. For you, somebody else, you may want to take it down a little bit more. So I did the other ones before I decided to go ahead and do a YouTube on this deal. And I've got these other ones, I'm going to finish them up, but I'm not going to finish them up on camera and waste a bunch of time. I'm sure my watchers, video viewers will understand what I'm talking about. And also I don't know if you guys can see it in the shot, but I'm gonna debut my toolbox as well. I picked up a Harbor Freight toolbox, and this is strictly for the outside shop to work on the Corvette. I'm going in the house 50 million times to get sockets, or in my old shop. I did previous videos, so check my listing. In the old shop was just, 30 years it was just going down and you needed a roof and stuff. So being retired, I decided to go ahead and build me a nice shop. I'm gonna have heating in there and stuff put in here as well. I'm gonna do an insulation video. I've already done some of the taking care of the leaks, but I'm gonna do a video on insulating when I get ready to start that this October. So make sure you stay tuned for that. The Corvette is coming along. I've got another shelf in the way, but I've got the seats out of the Corvette and doing some stuff, putting new seat belts in it, and I'll do a video on that as well. But as always, appreciate you stopping by. Adams Garage, and as it says, we'll do quite a bit of stuff. Adams Garage and more. There's other stuff we're going to be doing as well. But I appreciate you stopping by, and please like, share, and check out the whole video. It helps with my algorithms. I'm trying to get this channel up and running, and I really appreciate all the support I can get. Once again, I'm going to mention from Harbor Freight, they're not a sponsor of mine. I just happened to go by there today. I'm putting some new stuff in this box, as I told you out here, and I thought this would kind of give you a tech tip and kind of help out a little bit. But anyway, as always, it's been a blessing that you guys stopped by. I really appreciate it. Please, once again, like, share my video so I can try to get the word out there. From lovely Arkansas, take care of yourself.